All right, let's get into Vanderbilt. Vandy is a team that has struggled a little bit on offense. They're still very good on defense like they've been the last several years. They're not bad on offense. They haven't thrown the ball real well, but they've run it, and they've run it better than we have. And they play really good defense. Their defense, I think, is about 6th in the conference. And they're a good, tough bunch of guys, make very few mistakes. And if you're going to beat them, you got to beat them. They're not good at beating themselves. So we got to play well, and we're looking forward to the game here Saturday night. Big game for us, and we all know the importance of the game. And hopefully we'll be prepared to play our best one of the year. That's what it may take to beat Vandy here Saturday night. Any questions?
Coach, last week you said going into the Alabama game that the pressure was on the Tide. Based on the history of this rivalry with Vanderbilt, it's happened in the last 2 years. Is the roles now reversed now? The pressure now on the Gamecocks to end that losing streak against Vanderbilt?
Oh, I don't know. Pressure's on us to just play the best we can every week. We don't get into too much what happened last year or the year before. They outplayed us the last 2 years. That's why they've beaten us. Simple as that. They have outplayed us, outcoached us, out-hit us, out-courageous us, whatever you want to call it. They were better than we were. Give them credit. And we're going to try to play better this year. Try to coach better. See if we can't come out on top against Vanderbilt.
Coach, Mo Brown's status for the game this Saturday?
Yeah, Mo got a severe concussion last week, as you know. The doctors nowadays keep a player out at least 2 weeks. So he's going to be a 2-week out player and hopefully be back for the Tennessee game the next week. But, yeah, Mo's out. Jason Barnes will start at his position. And he's ready to go. So Mo will be on the sideline being a good cheerleader for our team this week. He does a good job with that.
Coach, earlier in the season you said the success of this program would be equate with the running game. How do you evaluate that statement?
Well, we played against the number 1 or 2 defense in the nation last week, and we got smashed pretty good up front, although our pass protection generally was pretty good last game. So I'm not bashing our offensive line here. We didn't run very far. Had a bunch of sacks. We still have way too many sacks that sort of make our running game don't look quite as good as it is. But we're still trying to run, and we're going to try to run, mix it up this week. Vandy is their pass defense is actually ranked ahead of ours. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but they're second in the conference. We're third in pass defense. So we've got to mix it up and try to play a lot better than we played the last few times out.
What's been the biggest difference in overall attitude you noticed from the team since they lost to Vanderbilt 2 years ago?
The overall attitude of the team 2 years ago?
No, since they've, since 2 years ago, what's been the biggest adjustment?
I don't know. We go back. Every year is a new team. That's what you got to realize. It's not the same guys that were here 2 years ago or even last year. Every year you got different players, and especially this year. We got a whole bunch of new starters on offense and defense. And the attitude has been good, been very good. And the team spirit's been very good, I think. And we've been fortunate to win several close games. And that's why we're 5-2. So we're not sitting around here moping that we could have beat Alabama. And we had some chances in that game, and we had chances in the Georgia game we lost. We also had some chances to lose. About 3 of those games we won. So anyway, we are where we are, and we need to go play well and try to improve this week as we play Vanderbilt.
Steve, they've had the last 2 years against you guys got pretty good pressure on you and got the quarterback. Did they do that primarily through stunts and blitzing or base defense?
No, mainly their defensive end, number 90, is a very good player. I don't have his name right now, but he has given us some pressure. But they're a zone blitz team. They do it very well. They do it every week. They make very few mistakes, in position where they're supposed to be. You got to execute to beat them. And we had more yards than they did last year, but that doesn't determine the winner. I think we had more turnovers each of the last 2 years, and that's one big reason. But they just outplayed us. That's all you can say.
Steve, considering that you had gone 14-0 against Vanderbilt, what was the biggest jolt to you personally as a head coach, losing to them the first time or losing to them 2 straight years?
Oh, I don't know that either one of them is a big joke. And just like the Kentucky games, we've managed to beat those guys, but gosh, they could have beaten us. Several of those that we've won. I think we all know as close as some of our teams are, 1 or 2 plays determines it. And coaches can only control so much. I know you guys think I can control everything that happens out there, but just doesn't happen that way. Sometimes it happens good, sometimes it doesn't. And we're going to try to play a little bit smarter as far as the turnovers are concerned. That's been a problem in our losses, which it is in most losses usually. No, I think we all know we're a team that's not unbeatable by anybody. South Carolina State could have beat us, player 2 here or there. We don't hit those big passes in the third quarter. So we're not a real dominant team. I think we're a pretty good team. We can play with most anybody, but we've not dominated anybody. So we got to play hard. We got to play with a lot of courage and effort and smarts. And if we can do that, I'll be happy with our team. As coaches, that's what you look for. You look for you guys to play up to their ability and play their assignments, play with great effort and courage. And if we do that, then you let the win-loss fall where it may. So that's what, as a coach, we're concerned about, trying to get our guys to do that.